What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, back with episode 125 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off the best setups to give you some ideas and inspiration for your own setup. We also have Tech Creation as a featured guest. This episode is going to be a special, simple, minimal setup edition. If you see anything you like in this episode, I will have it listed for you in the description down below so you can check it out. And let's start off with one of my favorite episodes, episode 125.
Alright, it's not 5 in the morning, so I shouldn't sound tired like last week, but first up we have Richard L. going with a black and white color scheme with a single ultra-wide monitor. I'm a really big fan of the wallpaper choice, as well as having the like a clock there built into the wallpaper too. So checking it out, the monitor is an Acer CZ340CK, so a nice 34-inch ultra-wide, and that's mounted on a Wally single monitor arm. He's got a cool white LED strip behind his desk to give it some extra pop at night. So checking out his main peripherals, he has an AN Pro wireless keyboard in white, along with the Logitech G703 mouse, got an Xbox One controller there as well, and even though it's not pictured, his headset is Logitech G533. Then over to the PC, and I'm a big fan of how simple and clean looking this is. This is the NZXT H200i case. Inside he has an Intel i7 7700K CPU. They knocked to a D15S fan to keep it cool. You can see he has these Chromax covers on it to again fit it in with that black and white theme. That's on an Asus Z270i Strix motherboard with a GTX 1080 Ti from EVGA. You can see here it also has the EVGA kind of hybrid cooling kit here for like a water-cooled GPU. And there's that headset I was talking about, but underneath here, cable management on point. Got it all kept up and tidy so nothing is, draping down on the floor. So good stuff here from Richard. Very organized, it's nice and simple, obviously fitting in with the whole clean and minimal approach here for this setup. Plus you got a little plant here off to the left, definitely ties it all together. Yes, now we've got Oskar, and this is just a really nice and clean room all across the board. Simplicity here is definitely key. Above the setup, he has a shelf to put his shoes on display, plus the Nanoleaf Aurora light panels here with the Rhythm Edition. So it's going to go to the beat of his music and stuff throughout his room. I know I'm loving it. So for those two displays are from Asus. They're 24 inches apiece, being held up on a single monitor arm here. And you can see on the left side of his desk, he has the Philips Hue Go lamp, which is that little little bulb thing, along with the Philips Hue light strip behind his desk as well. And that's going to definitely fit in with those Nanoleaf Aurora panels. Checking out his peripherals for his keyboard, he has a Razer Black Widow Chroma Tournament Edition V2 going along with the Razer Basilisk gaming mouse, and no mouse pad here. He's just going with the wooden desktop surface here for his desk. And then for audio, he's got two options, one being the HyperX Cloud 2 and the second being these Vane STHLM Commute Bluetooth headphones here. They're pretty unique looking, I haven't seen those before. And then off to the right side of his desk, a nice and compact PC. This is like almost console size pretty much, so definitely not taking up much space at all on his desktop. This is actually the Fractal Design Node 202 PC case, and inside he has an Intel i7 6700K CPU on an Asus Z170i Pro gaming motherboard with an MSI GTX 1080 graphics card along with 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM. But like I said, very, very compact, and it's definitely going to fit in with the overall, just the vibe of the setup. I really want to build something like this for the channel. Always seeing these pictures gives you some good influence to do so. But in terms of just, that clean and minimal approach, Oskar definitely knocks it out of the park here, and it's the entire room. More shoes on display, got some nice boards there. Just a very chill overall space. I'm a huge fan of it. Very, very clean looking too. And on the desktop itself, nothing unnecessary really. It all ties in to his overall workspace and gaming setup here. And having all the lights white is gonna, keep it from straying away to being a crazy kind of RGB setup. Now we've got Sound Banana with possibly one of the nicest relaxing setups I've seen in a long time. Obviously going right along with the whole theme here. I don't know why I say it almost every single submission here, but you guys know the routine. Simple, clean, minimal, organized, everything here checked off the checklist. Plus a lot of green, +1. So Banana's rocking a 24-inch Dell display coming in at 2560 by 1440p resolution, so it's one of those nice ultra sharp models. And I like for its peripherals, everything here has its own set place. His keyboard is a Cooler Master CM Storm Quickfire TKL along with the Logitech MX Master Mouse. Plus he's got the FiO E7 E9K DAC and amp combo there off to the left side of his desk, which is going to be powering his AKG Q701 headphones. Absolutely love his choice here. I don't know if the fact that they were green kind of persuaded him to get these, but the fact that they are and it fits in with the rest of his setup and the plants as well really highlights it. Now you probably saw before on his desktop he had a 2016 MacBook Pro with a touch bar, but off of his desk he also has a PC, which he admitted he's not a big gamer, but that's okay, we're not showing off just gaming setups. Inside's an Intel i7 3770K CPU with a GTX 970 graphics card. Then for a glimpse on the other side of the room, he's keeping it minimal all across the board. Just a bed, nice white sheets, nicely made up, really clean. And one thing I didn't even get to mention were his speakers here. The Yamaha HS7 studio monitors off on each side of his desk, so that's my bad. But if you love Sound Banana setup as much as I do, comment hashtag random banana. I don't know, just to see who's listening. But really awesome setup here. Then how about for a nice wooden and black theme here, kind of running out of, synonyms for clean, minimal, and simple, but this one, again, fitting in perfectly with the episode's format. For the single display, we have an LG 34 UC88 screen, so a 34-inch ultra-wide, and that is mounted on an Amazon Basics monitor arm. Then as for the peripherals, he has an Amazon Basics keyboard, along with the Razer Death Adder mouse, and the pair of wireless headphones on his desktop are the Bose QC34-2, but he also has a headset if he wants to get some gaming done. There you can see now that is the HyperX Cloud gaming headset. You all know by now it's one of my faves. Then for the PC, not too much information, but we have an i5 4960 CPU with 16 gigs of G-Skill RAM on an MSI Z97 motherboard with a GTX 770 GPU. He also noted his setup is for primarily like 85% work, 15% gaming, but I 100% love it, wink wink. Yeah, that was probably cringy, but either way, really great stuff here. And also for like a secondary workflow, you could see his MacBook Pro there, but he does have both the laptop and the PC. But again, the whole room fitting in with that clean aesthetic. Love how simple it is, and I love the little accents of wood for his desktop and kind of the whole black, wood, and white kind of theme.
What's up guys, JQ with Tech Creation, and shout out to randomfrankp for having me on his series. Appreciate that, man. So with futurism in mind, my setup takes full advantage of Thunderbolt 3 technology, extremely versatile with long-term use in mind, and built for speed and productivity. For my clicker, I'm using the MX Master 2S in white. This features long battery life, it's comfortable to use, minimal fatigue while editing, and the customized shortcuts accelerates any busy workflow. My typer of choice is the Matthias backlit wireless aluminum keyboard in silver. Very comfortable keys, features up to 1 year of battery life on a single charge with a separate built-in battery for backlighting that comes in handy more often than not. Wall mounted are the Audio Engine HD6 speakers. These aren't exactly studio monitors, but music on these sound phenomenal, so I kept them. And for monitoring, I'm using the classic Audio-Technica ATH M50X headphones in white. They look clean, they sound clean, and they're also very comfortable over long editing sessions. All of this sits on the 98-inch Hallestad kitchen countertop from IKEA. And for support, I used 3 adjustable Olav legs, also from IKEA, and then on the opposite end, a set of 4 Capita stainless steel legs rest on a gray Alex drawer, which doubles as extra storage. And the chair that I'm using is nothing fancy. This is the Time Office ergonomic office chair. This is an affordable, modern-looking chair with hours of comfort, and it's a quick, cheap solution to any setup. In the center of the setup, I have the TS3 Lite by CalDigit, which is a Thunderbolt 3 dock, opening up a bunch of desktop connectivity. This is then daisy-chained over to another 20TB RAID right next to it, the LaCie 2 Big. Comprised of 2 10TB drives on the RAID 0, this nets read and write speeds above 400 megabytes per second while simultaneously adding CF and SD card readers to my system. That right there is any Mac editor's best friend. Using the available DisplayPort and Thunderbolt 3 port connects both my 32 and 27-inch 4K USB-C IPS monitors by LG. Both feature 99% sRGB color gamut and lots of real estate to work with. Makes a great canvas for organization, and watching content on either is amazing. This generic cable management box with a lid is big enough enough to hide my surge protector and my wires. It keeps everything tidy and out of the way, and also complements the setup with the gray and white color scheme. So the brains of my setup is a 2016 MacBook Pro with touch bar that features 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. So to the far right, I have the massive LaCie 6 24TB RAID under RAID 5 config. It's comprised of 6 Iron Wolf drives reaching average speeds of up to 600 megabytes per second, which is fantastic for storage, editing, or both. Next to it, I have a daisy chain to the LaCie Bolt 3, which is a 2TB Thunderbolt 3 SSD, reaching stupid fast speeds up to 1GB per second write speeds and 2GB per second reads. I use that primarily to edit my projects off of, allowing my MacBook to run software only for a smoother workflow. Pleasure to be on the series. Once again, shout out randomfrankp for having me on. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you around. Peace out.
Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 125 of Room Tour Project, the special, simple, and minimal edition. Hope you enjoyed, and a big shout out to Tech Creation for having his setup featured. If you want to check out his channel, I will have it listed for you in the description down below, as well as all the products and gear you saw listed in this episode. I will have it down there for you. If you liked the episode, give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. While I'm Random Frank P, hope you enjoyed. Have a good day.